Prayer is most important. I repeat, prayer is most important. Now, there are some of our brothers from the 5% Nation of Islam, and we're 5%ers too, because we're not bloodsuckers of the poor, are we? We're not poison animal eaters, are we? We don't believe in a mystery God and a spook God, do we? We understand who the supreme being is, don't we? So we are 5%ers also. But our brothers from the 5% Nation of Islam, they say we don't pray. Pray to who? Pray for what, they say. They say, do you know who I am? I'm Brother Holy Quran Allah. Do you know my brother here? This is my brother Abdul Kareem Rahman, Holy Quran, true mathematics, Islam, Allah, God. I don't have to pray to nobody. I'm God. I'm Allah. Who am I going to pray to? I feel like a fool standing up facing the east, knowing that I'm God, knowing that I'm Allah. What I look like getting down, bumping my head on the ground, knowing that I'm Allah. You believe in that spook stuff. You pray to that mystery God. But I'm 5%. I'm saying, and I ain't bowing to no mystery God. I'm saying, I ain't bowing down. I ain't going out that way. You know what I'm saying? Well, let's look at it. Let's look at it. Let's see what we got. Let's look at it. You can't argue with our brothers from the 5% Nation because the black man is God. The black man is Allah. Is that right? But now where does prayer come in? What is prayer? You with me? Prayer is not spookism. Prayer is not mysticism. Prayer, there's a difference in spookism and spiritualism. Spookism is an intense emotional commitment to a non-existent nothing. I run it again. I said spookism is an intense emotional commitment to a non-existent nothing. That's all spookism is. That's all it is. Spiritualism is the very nature and core of the being of the black man. It is in harmony with the natural, universal, and cosmological order of things. It is in harmony with the mathematical, immutable laws that Allah set into motion to govern His creation. Prayer. What is prayer? If you must understand Allah in the person, the Allah awareness, Allah in the person of the black man, the God mind in the black man, then you must understand that prayer is focus. What is prayer? Focus. Prayer is focus, meditation, concentration, communion, and communication. Let me run that again. Prayer is focus. Concentrate is meditation, concentration, communion, and, thank you, Brother Minister, communication. All right, let's run it together. Prayer is focus. Let's do meditation. Start over. Prayer is focus. Meditation, concentration, communion, and communication. The Quran teaches us that we must pray at times in what is called an audible tone. What kind of tone? Audible. An audible tone. There are times we pray silently, but there are other times we pray in an audible tone. We pray so that we can hear ourselves pray. Why do you have to hear yourself pray? Because you are making contact. You are making contact. You are communing and communicating with the indwelling Lord, with the indwelling God, with the God consciousness, with the Allah awareness, Allah in the person of you. And so you pray in an audible tone. And when you want to bring something into existence, freedom, justice, and equality, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, love, peace, and happiness, money, good homes, and friendship in all walks of life. When you want to bring that into focus, it is fueled by the desire. The will and the faith is developed. You conceive it, and like a seed, you plant it in the fertile mind, in the fertile heart, in the fertile soul. But it must be nourished and nurtured and watered. And prayer is an exercise. Prayer helps you to focus. And in the Muslim prayer service, there are times when we stand upright, facing the east, with our hands outstretched in submission and in anticipation of something. Jesus said, ask, and it shall be given unto you. Knock, and it shall be opened unto you. Seek, and ye shall find. Ask, knock, and seek. Asking, knocking, and seeking are all actions of the mind, actions of the soul, actions of the spirit that govern the hands and the feet, govern the tongue. Ask, knock, and seek. Focus on it. You tired of riding on the subway? You want a nice ride? Focus. Focus on it. You tired of being ragged as a bowl of yakame? Holes in your pocket? Stick your hand in your pocket and scratch your knee? Focus. You want a good home? Focus. You want to be free from this cracker? Focus. Focus. Meditate. Concentrate. Commune with the indwelling Allah. And communicate with your higher God self. Communicate and commune with the mind of Allah in the person of self and in the person of Master Khalid Muhammad. Focus, meditate, concentrate, commune, and communicate. That's what prayer is. It ain't spooky at all, is it? It's willing, but you got to do it all the time. All Muslims don't face the east when they pray. You know why? Because really, we are the ones who face the east. Because in the book of Matthew, in the 24th chapter, in the 27th verse, it says, as the lightning shineth from the east, even unto the west, so also shall be the coming of the Son of Man. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, Prophet Muhammad, may peace be upon him, said in the latter day the Son of Islam would rise up among us here in the west, and its rays would shine back toward the east. He said the black man would be the first to go into paradise or into Jannah. And he had a vision that the black Ethiopian slave, Bilal, went into paradise as a sign of that ahead of him. But all Muslims don't face the east. They face what is called Qibla. What is it? Qibla. Qibla means spiritual center. What does Qibla mean? Spiritual center. And at the Qibla is what is called the Kaaba. The Kaaba is at the Qibla. In other words, the Kaaba is at the spiritual what? But that's a sign. That's not the real thing. Every Muslim must try to make the sacred pilgrimage, or what is called the Hajj. Hajj in Arabic means the great effort. The great effort. At least once in a lifetime. But if you really make the pilgrimage, you ain't got to make it but once in a lifetime. Because the real pilgrimage is not in a remote, distant place called Mecca. The real Qibla is the spiritual center of self. Is the real Mecca of you, black man. The real Beit Allah Al-Bayt Allah means what? The house of God, the house of the Most High. You are the real Bayt Allah. In the ancient Egyptian language, in the ancient Kemetic language called the Medunetta, or the holy writings or the hieroglyphics, our forefathers and foremothers, our ancestors talked about the Ka and the Ba. The what? And the Ka and the Ba is where they get the name Kaaba from, way down the line after us. Ka and the Ba represent the spirit and the soul. That's why Jesus said, know ye not that you are the temple of the living God. You are the temple of the living God. Stop looking for God up in the sky. The kingdom is within you. And if the kingdom is within you, then God has to be sitting on his throne of glory in the kingdom which is in you. That's why Jesus is called the carpenter, talking about the divine mind of God, the Christ consciousness, the God self, the indwelling Lord, the Allah awareness in the person of the black man. Jesus called the carpenter in the exoteric sense, but in the esoteric sense, a carpenter is a builder. You've got to build the kingdom. You've got to build the right atmosphere. You've got to build a divine dwelling place. A spiritual environment and atmosphere has to be built. And so you become the mason. And so you must have the square and the compass to square up your conduct, and the compass to round off your passions, emotions, and desires. And you must have the plumb line so you can line up with the mind of the true and the living God. All praise is due to Allah. All praise is due to Allah.